Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer, Pautzke Outdoors. Today we're coming to you back in Pennsylvania again. We're at Little Pine Creek and Little Pine State Park. The reason why we're here, it's an easily accessible place for a lot of people to fish a medium-sized stream, have a chance to catch rainbows, and they tell us brown trout even though we haven't seen any brown trout all day today. Now, one of the things to remember, this is a state park. It's a campground. There is a ton of people here. Many of the places that we fished had 4, 5, 6 people in one little hole. So we're going to show you how to overcome that and catch fish even when there's crowds.
Decent one. Oh yeah. The very first drift, this guy was hanging out under a tree down there. I mean, first cast, he nailed it. Little rainbow. You know, all these fish seem to be holding under this tree right here. It feels like a better one. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Alright, so I found a nice little run right here. There's a little bit of a slow pocket, and this hole's been picked over all day long. There's been a person here, like we walked by here probably 5 times, and every time there's been a person fishing this. So we finally were able to get in, and what I've been doing is I've been throwing Natural Deluxe under a float through here, and just about every cast I'm getting hit. Just putting one single egg on the hook, just like that, run it under a float. Let's see if we can get a hit here. Check out that nice rainbow there. I mean, every time we're drifting under this tree, I'm getting hits. And it's a little bit better than the ones we caught earlier. Not a bad fish at all.
Rainbow, yeah.
Alright, so my first setup today was jigging fire bait off the bottom. Now we were using peach garlic mainly, and you can see how much we used, about a whole jar today. So you take just a little bit out, not much, put it on your size 12, just regular eagle claw hook. You want to ball it up first, and then what you do after that is you put it in between your hands and you roll it so it looks like a worm. About like that. And you take your sinker and you slide it down on top of it. Then you just jig that across the bottom, and they're picking that up all day. And now we're using about 4 to 6 pound line. Alright, so our second setup today for floating the fireballs and the eggs was I was using a 2.2 gram Raven float, and below that I have 2 split shots to make that float stand up, and below my float I had a sinker there and then one here, and I spaced those out according to the depth of the hole, and I can move that bobber according to the depth of the water to figure out where those fish are at. And then I have my size about 10 to 12 eagle claw hook, and I mean they're picking those fireballs up all day long.
Today's episode of Pautzke Outdoors comes to you from Pennsylvania. We're on Little Pine Creek, and we're about halfway between Lock Haven and Williamsport, PA. And what a beautiful system this is. It comes right out of Little Pine Lake. And during the spring, the Fish and Boat Commission does a lot of stocking on rainbows with some browns here as well. Now, what do we know about Little Pine? To be honest, absolutely nothing. You know, this is one of those places where we just saw it on the stocking list and we got excited, came up here and figured, you know what? It's a great place to catch rainbows and browns. Just like this one right here.